I hate doing jobs like this because they're so fiddly and it is hard work. The core can't cut any deeper. Beat it with a hammer. That'll solve all my problems. Busy day today. Got Joey and his lads back. They come and give us a hand to get the joists in. This is plot one we're in now. So we're going to bolt sole plates all along the wall there, all along that side. Hangers, joist, boom, 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 boom. But I'm hoping we'll get the joists on through all of the houses and then we can make a start on the roof. All the plates on, resined in on bolts, all the joists hung. So tomorrow we can just finish off the last bit of trimmer around the stairwell and then we can board it, get the floorboards down. So, good day. Things went well in this side of the cottage as well. We got half the floor done, joists, hangers fixed. We didn't get this half done because we just had to get this last lintel in, but Cap's got that in today. That's all done, so tomorrow we can pull them props out, fix the plate along, and then chop all these joists in too. So we had a good day yesterday. Had Joey and his lads back, and me and Taff, and we all cracked on. Got these joists in, which went really well yesterday. Got them all resined into the wall, everything done. I'm doing a real crappy job this morning, coring a hole through the wall for a bathroom waste that's got to go through that. It's a shitty job, but I'm gonna do it now because it's easier to do it now than once we've boarded the joist. Jack and Jake are next door, getting on with the rest of the joists we didn't finish yesterday. They're trying to do that. So we're hoping by the end of today, we'll have all the joists in and all the floors boarded out. A lot safer for next week when we start stripping the roof. Basically, we fix these plates up, both sides. What we do is just temporary fix them with like 100mm screws so they're in place and level. We went through with the joists, get the joists in nice and tight so that really pushes the plates flat against the wall. And then we drill these holes in for this threaded bar, M12, 12mm threaded bar. So we drill a hole all the way in, pump that full of resin. It's all gooey and soft, it mixes together as you pump it into the hole, fill the hole up, and then when you ram one of these in, hammer it as far back as it will go. Only takes like a couple minutes or whatever, and the resin just goes rock solid, and that fixes this threaded bar into the wall. These joists can't go anywhere, like they're bolted that way, so they can't, the house can't move, nothing else can move, so they're bolted tight, can't go anywhere, and also whatever weight's on there can't push down because it's all on these bars, like it can't go anywhere. And because we're putting this new floor in and they're all resin back, it meant we could cut out those old metal, like the old-fashioned tie bars that were in this cottage, holding it from side to side. Because we're doing this, is a much better job. We can get rid of those because they were actually a bit low. They were down here somewhere. So it's meant we can actually gain a bit of head height in this room. Right, so what I'm doing is coring a hole out for the waste. We've got a bathroom that's going up in this corner and all the drainage is going to be at the back, so the waste needs to go out at the back. It's a bit fiddly because it's in between the joists and things, but it's a better job because if we don't core it up here, we'd have to bring the drain down here and core it through this wall, and then you'd have it boxed in the corner of your room. It would look rubbish. So I'm just taking the time now, core the hole through here, out the other side because the joists on the other side are the same height, and then all the drainage, I think it goes through this wall, then down into the downstairs loo, and then out underground. So that's what I'm doing today. I've just got the hole that deep, so I've just put the extension bar on the core drill, and I hope I'm somewhere near getting through to the other side. That's the pilot through. Now I just got to get the core to follow it. All right, see what happens. Might take a little while. All right, so we got most of the way through with the core. But what happened was, the last bit of stone is like the full length of the core, so the core can't cut any deeper, which is really annoying because it was like so close. So that just means we've got to come out this side and core back through the other way. But I hate doing jobs like this because they're so fiddly and it is hard work and boring, really boring. So I think I just need to beat it with a hammer. That'll solve all my problems. Yes. There we go. When I got the cottages, I was hoping to not really have to touch the roof because the felt had been redone inside and there weren't any leaks. So I was hoping to get away without touching that. On closer inspection, absolutely hanging. I don't know how it's still standing up really, because we stripped this back bit of stonework off so we could get to the original wall plate, see what it looks like in that. But all of this timber is just like falling apart. Even the, actually that A-frame's not too bad. Oh yeah, it's a bit bad. It's got two big A-frames in there, which I was hoping to keep as a feature at least. Which I might be able to still do as a feature, because they're a feature, they don't have to be structural. But this one's actually all right, but the other one's like sponge. We'll have a little look. So we had a structural engineer come out and he said, nah, you can waste your time trying to patch over the top basically with like a bit of a new roof. But by the time you've fannied around going over the top, you just well strip it all out and start again. So that's what we're gonna do. That's the other A-frame and it's all just rotten. So we'll get rid of that and put a new roof on it. It just all comes out of profit at the end. It's a bit of a shame, but at least it'll be a good house. We stripped this lean-to part of the house. We got rid of that. One, so that we could get a scaffold through, so we can stand on while we're working on the roof. Also, that roof's coming off anyway, because where this roof comes down, we're gonna have a flat roof coming off about here somewhere. Flat roof straight over, and then we're gonna build those walls up to meet that flat roof. So essentially we're building in a dormer window right the way along these two plots. That all needed to come off anyway. We need to get the joist done in this main section of the house so we can then get a tower scaffold on top of them to make it safer while we're working on this roof. But we also needed a scaffold out here, so we've got to do it in stages. So we had to do the joist, roof, then we can drop the scaffold, joist, flat roof on here, and a new scaffold out there. So it's a bit like, there's lots going on, like, you know, lots of different stages. So this is the front of the roof on the roadside. You can see if you look down, between these two chimneys, the actual roof is quite like flat and level, but then they must have done an extension at some point for that end plot. And you can see the roof is just like, pew, going off that way. So that's another positive of us stripping the whole roof and starting again, is hopefully we can straighten that out. And we might even be dropping that chimney, because I'll show you downstairs there's a huge inglenook fireplace that's taking up loads of room. We might end up dropping all of that, but I'm not yet decided if we can get away with keeping that chimney. I think the chimney's on the gable wall, and then the actual fireplace is built off of that wall, but until we strip the roof, I can't be 100% sure. So the lad's cracking on with the joists in here. They've started working back from that side now, because we were waiting for Cap to build that lintel in. He got that finished yesterday, got it mucked in this morning. So they've been able to fix their plates to the wall and start getting the joists in. I'm hoping we'll get all the joists in a day and then start boarding. So yeah, this is the fireplace I was on about, the inglenook. It's not too bad down here because I think it's quite a nice feature. And what we'll probably do is sandblast these blue liar cheeks, get the paint off, maybe cut this down here, and then shave this bit of stonework back just to make it so we've still got a nice feature, but it's a lot smaller. But if you look up above in a minute, you can see how much room that's taking from upstairs. So we're just trying to work out if it's worth dropping the whole lot from roof down to joists and getting it back to the wall, just to create a lot more room upstairs. So can't quite make my mind up about that yet, but it might be happening. We'll see what happens. So Cat's he's knocked that up, he's propped all that stonework up on the acros, and he's just getting a couple more lintels in this side, and then he can build that back up solid, and that is going to be the doorway to the lounge in this end plot. Come in the front door, into the lounge. Getting all the lintels, all the dodgy lintels in that needed replacing, and I think this is the only new opening that we're making, so that's what he's been on this week. Really good week this week. We've got all the joists in, got all the floorboards down, which is good because we made a nice safe platform that we can work off while we do the roof. Bit of bad news from the structural engineer that we do need to take the roof off and start again. That's a major blow, but it is what it is. It's a gamble you take when you buy a old set of cottages like that, but at least we got the joists in and they're all resined in, so they're holding the walls can't go anywhere while we take the roof off. So yeah, come join us next week when we're taking the roof off, trying to straighten out the wonky walls, get the wall plates on, get everything ready to put a nice lovely new roof on there. See you next time.